I think that the story and the journey that Peter Parker goes on is a really important one, especially for young people around the world. I think living in this digital age where everything is so accessible by your phone, it's really easy to forget that there's a whole world out there, and there's a real importance to shared experience outside the comfort of your own home.
Absolutely.
Big time, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've talked a lot about, thinking about these characters in the context of a world in which they don't know Peter Parker, and how he has influenced their life and their personality and who they have become without knowing that that's why they are who they are. I think a huge part of that is the fact that Ned and MJ are so close and such good friends. And I think so much of Peter is also in Ned. And I think that that's something that it's very clear that MJ needs in her life. Mm-hmm. And I think she's always been a character that has always seen the world kind of glass half empty, and Peter and Ned seem kind of more like glass half full kind of people. And in some ways, I think they've almost switched spots, and it's Ned and MJ who are now looking at the future and thinking really positively and thinking really optimistically, and it's Peter that, because he's alone, is now the more pessimistic, stuck under like the cloud and seeing things for the worst, which is not usually like him. But yeah, it's interesting to think about, this version of a Spider-Man where all we know is Spider-Man and we don't know Peter.
What we've been so lucky as young people in this business is getting to work with people like Destin, like Amy and Rachel, and the studio heads, and everyone that. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. My bad.
Only if I need just the last question.
Go ahead.
I just really love Destin.
Shut up! I have one more question.
Se Tom in casa spara ragnatele e si arrampica sui muri, volevo sapere.
I'm like, Tom, like, yo, we're at dinner, like, get down.
I'm a method actor, it's what I like to do.
It's exhausting, honestly. No, what is funny though is I do have a lot of videos of you explaining a day at work.
Oh yes,
like,
because I like to perform it.
I'll be in bed and he'll be at the in front of the bed, and he'll like, okay, so then today I jumped in and I did the thing. He'll do the full kind of he'll paint the full picture.
I like to. Yeah.
It's like I'm there. It's incredible.
It's like you're right there.
Yeah. This is our
You're
debrief.
welcome. Grazie.
It'd be all over the place.
Yeah, I mean,
it might be a bit of a
adventurous.
thriller adventure movie, because it's like, what are we gonna get next?
Working with Z or watching you work on all the projects that you work on is how fearless she is in character development, Not sure I would take that on. And I just love that she just fearlessly, in a really bold way, dives right in. Fun, actually,
and like, he was like, they're about to freak out, and like looking and watching everybody's reactions to certain things was really cool.
I mean, it was really fun. It was a creative challenge that presented some like logistical issues where it was like, what does she remember, And I think we landed on the idea that they remember Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They remember their interactions with him. They just don't remember who he is. So one of my favorite details is that Ned is trying to figure out who he is because he wants to thank him. And I think that's just so cute and so Ned, and Jacob does it so well. So it was really fun. It just presented some really fun, creative kind of doors for us to go through.
Yeah,
and
it's like an improv class where it's like, okay, now do the scene.
As if you don't know each other.
As if you don't know each other.
Yeah, it was great. Actually really tough because I'm a very social person.
Yeah.
And, acting is, something that is, I think, better done when you have a great scene partner.
Yeah.
When you can really bounce off each other and kind of really bring something to life, that's where scenes really sing. And a lot of the movie, I'm kind of by myself, and we have to tell a story, and I can't just talk to myself
I
all the
will
time.
say, something that I'm so impressed by is he does the, like, Spidey, smart Peter Parker talking to a machine lingo so well. And I'm like, was this written? You're like, no, I'm just making it up. You're
Yeah,
like, go F something, go to pick up la 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 la. And I'm like, How are you just rattling this off? It
know
sounds legit.
I remember.
And I know that you don't know what you're talking about.
No, not at all. I remember on Civil War,
Yeah.
I had like written down these improvised lines to make me sound smart. And then I was with Downey on set, and I was like, "You must do this, right?" For all the times you chat to Jarvis, and he was like, "No, I just make it up." And I was like, "Oh,
How are you
can do
doing
that?
that?
Wow!" So then I just started practicing being smart,
So
and now I'm like fake smart, I'm dumb smart. I think no one remembers that I'm Spider-Man apart from one.
Nobody remembers that you're Peter Parker.
No one remembers that Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
Yeah, they
apart
know
from
Spider-Man. They just don't know.
one person.
Okay.
I love the games. We love the
We
games.
love the
The
games.
games are absolutely sensational.
I'm not very good at playing video games. Yeah, so I do
Yeah.
do the story mode. And I get very frustrated because I want to play it all by myself. And he'll try to come, just like, let me help you. And I'm like, no! Like, I need to do this on my own. Like,
Do
you
you remember
can't.
that one?
You can't help me.
I forget which one of the games it was, but
was-
you had gotten to a point.
I think it was the MJ. Remember, she turns into like a.
She turns into
like
Carnage, right?
Yeah, a monster, and she was stressing me out.
But
She's,
but
like,
Z had done it
hurling,
all
like-
herself, and you wouldn't share the controller because you're
No.
like, I've come this far alone.
cannot
I
help
cannot let
me."
you do this.
I think ultimately you needed to help me because that was a really hard level.
I think the relationship between Spider-Man and the Punisher. I think what you've seen in the trailers is just the tip of the iceberg. I think what ended up happening naturally on set, which was a lot of just John and I improvising.
Of course, very good friend of you.
A really good friend of mine, someone that like I really love John. Like he's a really close friend of mine. And that relationship, I think fans at the end of this movie are gonna say, just give us more of that. I wanna do Spider-Man in his TV show.
Yeah.
I wanna like
See
what
that
happens when you
version?
take like a PG-13 character and put him in a rated X TV show.
Well, I feel like Peter Parker would still not curse.
Yeah, no.
You know, he would still be like, "Oh, shoot."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, for me at least, there's just so many emotional scenes that you guys haven't seen that I am like, oh man, this is gonna like break people's hearts
Yeah.
in a way that like they don't, I don't know.
Yeah.
There is a scene, but if I talked about it, it would be a big spoiler. So I think I'm just gonna say there's a very special scene between us that a lot of crazy stuff happens, and it was a really fun day on set. We just kind of went for it. It was one of those scenes where you kind of just like, you can really be creative and you can really try things and explore and do things with a character that I've never done. So
Together?
much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I think some of my best memories are on these sets. Yeah, because we grew up together on these movies.
Thank you.
That must be a great feeling to be like sort of
Tom
coming.
Holland. I also think that like what's so special about the character of Spider-Man is that he's Peter Parker too. I think that if it was anybody else in the suit, maybe
The biggest sacrifice, and now no one remembers who he is, and he misses the love of his life. I'd rather break down in tears.
you laugh is when you're not supposed to, right? Like that's when things become so funny.
Is when it's like forbidden laughter.
When you're in class,
Yeah.
you know, and you lock eyes with your friend across the room.
I kind of just want to rent a bike and just cruise around the city.
Would you
on
be
a
any
bike.
time to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not if Sony